Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Baylor will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bears want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. Touchdown, Texas! How about that special teams play? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Looks it in at the 40. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Quick handoff. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bears moving quickly to the line. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they got him for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here in the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Got it set up on the outside. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Little. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Grab behind the line. It's Little. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired the coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. Running toward the tape. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Bears want to crank the tempo.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push him downfield. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Number 19, on to punt it away.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's going to get loose. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First down to start the drive after the break. On the option. Now the toss. Oh, look out! He's up to 107 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas, 21, Baylor, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Movement here from the tight end. Running to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Woodhead. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas, 35. Baylor, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Running back searching for a hole. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking left. Complete downfield. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Smashes it between the uprights. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
To the air, it's Wells. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. Can anyone catch him? And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere. Marked down at the 1. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. The Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone with the run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to
open runway ahead. Touchdown Longhorns! And the route is on.
Texas, number 19, in the end zone.
They'll line up to go for two. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to the ground with the running back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
And the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Around the end, it's Clemens. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion, but was denied. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Bears decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Little. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level here.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing. And that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this team.
Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation?
Oh, it's a fake, headed for the end zone. He goes out of bounds, and he's not close to converting on the fake. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just